Send them next year to Japan to join the Sakura Science Program in Kyoto. Okay, so you have to compete very well today. I need 4 best team. Pressure. Okay. And I was told you have gone through this 1 week, 6 modules. So today you will present the waste to wealth modules. You have gone through Safe Water Amazing Race, Bridge Model Competition, Solar Car, Molecular Gastronomy, and Acid-Based Rainbow Steko. Wah, nama dahsyat. So I hope you have learned apa yang penting. What is important is what you learn throughout this 1 week. The knowledge and the soft skill. How you package your idea, how you present it within 3 minutes today. Okay, you have the 3 minutes opportunity to get the attention of the 5 judges and sell your idea. That is the most important thing in giving your idea to the stakeholder. So kebanyakannya knowledge about the same. Everybody learn the same thing about science, but how you package it. What is the soft skill? How you present it. That is also important in order for us to have a very wholesome kind of talent that can go global. Okay? On behalf of Academy, I would like to thank Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia to host this semi-final under the leadership of Dr. Chan Kok Weng. I know they have worked hard. I've been reading this WhatsApp group of this semi-final. Never stop 24/7. Okay, so thank you to everybody, and I hope we will have a good competition today and we learn and enjoy it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Puan Hazami Habib, on the opening remarks. So I think she actually spoke about everything about the NSC National Science Challenge 2017 that's been going on starting from the 11th of August. So we have 17 teams all together. So let get them on the floor. So I'm a bit nervous today. I didn't know that we're going live. So let's get them on to the floor. So we start with representing Pahang, Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Sultan Abu Bakar. Representing Terengganu, Sekolah Bersama Penuh Integrasi Batu Rakit. Representing Perlis, Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Agama Perempuan Alawiyah. Representing Sarawak, Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Bintulu. Representing Kelantan, MRSM Tumpat. Representing Kedah, Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Sin Min. Representing Sabah, Sekolah Menengah Shantau. Representing Terengganu, Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Sultan Ismail II. Representing Penang, Sekolah Menengah Jenis Kebangsaan Perempuan Cina Pulau Pinang. Representing Wilayah Persekutuan Labuan, Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Pantai. Representing Wilayah Persekutuan Putrajaya, Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Pristin 18. Representing Johor, Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Tun Mamat. Representing Negeri Sembilan, College Tunku Kursia. Representing Perak, Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Sri Perak. Representing Selangor, Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Subang Utama. Representing Wilayah Persekutuan Kuala Lumpur, Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Sri Bintang Utara. And last but not least, representing Melaka, College Yayasan Saad. So our competition will begin, but before that, again, I would like to introduce the judges. Again, we have here Professor Datuk Dr. Kamurazaman Sofian, Pengarah Sri UKM. We have Professor Dr. Yang Farina Abdul Aziz, Chairman of the Joint Steering Committee of the NSC. Professor Dr. Ahmad Zaharin Aris, Dean of the Faculty of Environmental Studies, UPM. We have Associate Professor Dr. Zulkifli Muhammad Nafia from UKM. And last but not least, Dr. Nur Shamila Zakaria from UPM. So this will be the 5 judges that will be giving the marks to all the presentation from the 17 teams today. So for this module, basically, each group were given materials such as plastic bottles, aluminum can, boxes, rope, tape and glue, pen or marker, scissors or knife, in order for them to develop new products with commercial added value. They also have to produce an innovative product from our theme for this particular NSC, which is Waste to Wealth. And also they have to indicate the innovative and creative thinking of the Malaysian student. So each team will be called onto the stage, bringing the models and putting it on the table. They will have 3 minutes to present. After their time will start once they start saying hello. And after 2 minutes, the bell will ring to indicate there's 1 minute left. And then after 3 minutes, 2 rings will be sounded. And then time is finished. And afterwards, one of the judges will actually pose 1 question to the team. All right, so let's start. So I'd like to call upon the first team from Pahang, Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Sultan Abu Bakar. Their project name is Home Compost Bin.
Hello, good morning everyone. Today we would like to present our product that is the home compost bin. This bin can turn the food waste into organic fertilizer. Now, nowadays our current situation in our country is that plastic waste and food waste are everyday in everywhere. The household and restaurant owner did not deal with their food waste properly. This is due to we only have 3 types of recycle bin but none for the food waste. Now, the current state of our idea of this product is to recycle the plastic by the melting and compressing process and manufacture the bin. The future plan of development of this bin is the automated churning and charcoal dropping system. We add motor and gear, and there are no need to spin or add the charcoal manually. We also add ultrasonic sensor to sense whether the drawer is full or not. The special features of this bin is that these bins are made up of the recycled plastic. It has a faster composting process that is less than 2 weeks. A net is added also inside the bin so that the only compost ready will drop. And there are moisture sensor on this bin too. The LED will light if it is too moist. Now, how to use this bin is that first we put it near to the refrigerator, add soil and charcoal, then add the food waste inside the bin. We spin the churner, add more charcoal if it is too moist, and the last we can collect the compost. The benefit of using this product is we can eliminate the food waste, plastic waste, and electrical waste. Fertilizers produced are good for the soil nutrition, and also there are no bad odor. The target market for the customer is household, restaurant, and the school, as well as the school. The characteristic of these customer is that they find no suitable product to use, they have financial problem, they lack of the knowledge in managing their food waste, and due to their laziness. The market need of this product is it is user-friendly, it is effective, and this product is affordable too. Now, the value proposition of this product is it is user-friendly and cheap. Users no need to buy fertilizers, and we can save the environment. The business model to deal with this bean is we can sell the bean directly. We provide service through subscription and also subsidization by the government. The commercial value of this bean, the product cost is only RM80, profit margin 40%, and the last selling price is RM112. The barriers to the market entry is the starting up cost in the factory. Thank you.
It's always difficult to be the first team onto the stage. So well done, Team Pahang. So I would like to ask Prof. Ahmad Zaharin, to give a question to the team.
So first of all, thank you, SMK Sultan Abu Bakar, for your clear presentation. However, I have one question on your innovation. You claim that your product can compose the food waste less than 2 weeks. So what are the mechanisms that you'll consider in your product?
The main mechanism of this process is the composting process. And the composting process actually depends on 2 factors. The first one is the temperature, and the second one is oxygen supply. So for the temperature part, we put the bean beside the refrigerator, so it will, and we paint the bean black, so it absorbs the heat from the refrigerator, and we can also reduce electrical waste produced by refrigerator. And the second part is the oxygen supply. We will actually spin this spinner for the churning process, so it will provide aeration for the aerobic bacteria, and they will take part in the decomposition process. So it will speed up the composition process, and it will eventually take less than 2 weeks.
Thank you.
Well done, Team Pahang. Thank you very much. So that was Team Pahang with the project name Home Compost Bin. So the participants were, can you sit down? The participants were Kong Jing Yuan, Ng Shu Zuan, and Ang Zheng Chen, and their mentor teacher was Saripah Reza binti Abu Bakar. So I guess we all need one of these bin compost at home, I guess, because we have, I think I need one, because I eat a lot, so basically I probably need all that, to throw all that waste in. So the judges ready? Okay, they're still counting their marks for the first team, so we'll give them a little bit of time. So as you know, all the 17 teams have been doing a lot of things for the last, since the 11. And I can see, I came this morning and I saw a lot of stressful faces, but they've been working really hard. But I think the end goal is to go to Stockholm. And so I think competition is quite high. So, this is the final stage before tomorrow's grand finals. Okay, I think they're ready. So the next team is an ExxonMobil invitation, Team Terengganu, for SBP Integrasi Batu Rakit.
Hello. Hello, Assalamualaikum, and very good afternoon to everyone. So, how did we pack our things to travel for a short period of times? I think it is too difficult to bring a big luggage, right? So here we create an innovation. We call it as a voltage. So what is voltage? Voltage is a short form for bottle luggage. You know, bottle luggage, we make luggage from bottle plastic, right? So Hisham, can you show it? How we will use the voltage? So we have a rubber lock here. We open. And as you can see here, we have around 4 compartments, right? So the first compartment, we put a container here, stick to the wall. We put handkerchiefs or small towels. And the second compartment, we have some hangers and key holders. As you can see, shavers, right? And a key. And the third compartment, we have a big plastic container. We put our clothes or some towels or kind play card maybe. And then we have some space under the third compartment. This for especially for Muslim women to put their scarf, and we also can put our stockings here or socks. Then the fourth last compartment. As you can see, the upper part of this voltage, we have some fast food supply. So Hisham, can you show it? That's how we take the food from the upper container. And last but not least, we have the secret materials that given from the facilitators. The secret ingredients was LED lights. So LED lights, we just turn the switch on and we can bring it in the night. Yes. So how this voltage useful for our life? I think so. This voltage is made from plastic, right? So as we know, plastic is water resistant, right? So when we got to flood or drown or anywhere in the river, this voltage will save our things, right? This will not absorb water because the outside is water resistant, right? And we sell it on a cheap price, only in 5 to 10 ringgit, maybe 7 ringgit. And then that's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, SVP Integrasi Batu Rakit. So I think the question goes to Dr. Nur Shamilah Zakaria from UPM.
Assalamualaikum and very good afternoon. I think it is an awesome innovation from the team.
Thank you.
Okay. So my question is, what would be the most challenging part of all of you to think about this innovation?
So I think the most challenging parts to think the idea is we must, we are given the plastic bottles and some waste materials. So in order to reduce the waste materials in the world, we must think very hard. We focus on the difficulties for our communities to bring their personal things to other places for a short period of time, such as teachers or officers always go meetings, right? And teenagers like us always camping in the camping site or jungle, like that. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. I think it is a thoughtful answer.
Thank you very much, Dr. Shamila. Thank you very much, Sekolah Berasrama Penuh Integrasi Batu Rakit. Thank you very much. I do not know about that little luggage thing. If I was going, I don't know how many I have to buy this bottle. I think it will be probably 10 just to fit all my clothes. So the team members were Abdul Azim bin Abdul Manan, Wan Muhammad Nur Hisham bin Wan Zakaria, Haikal Hakimi bin Khairuddin, and the mentor teacher is Zulkhairi bin Muhammad Bakari. So bowl gauge is very cheap, so probably any industry linkage can be, everybody want to buy one, okay? We'll have to talk to them. So I guess they will be patenting it soon. Okay, so the next team is from Negeri Indra Kayangan, Perlis, and they are from Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Agama Perempuan Alawiyah. Their project name is C1S, which means Circulation Water Plant System.
Okay, Assalamualaikum to all the audience and honorable judges. Did you know that there are things scientists fear to happen in the future? One of them is water shortage. It is the main crisis we face today, and it may prolong to the future too. So, in order to solve the problem, we invented this system. We call this system water system, the plant system water collector, and its short form is plants WECO. And the C1 is a mistake. We changed the name. Okay.
Okay, all right. The main material we use is recyclable materials, which are bottles and straw. So how is the system work? First, we put the water inside the holes, inside the bottle, and the air from the atmosphere, we enter the bottle through the straw. With the presence of carbon dioxide, water, and photon from the sunlight, the photosynthesis process will occur. Other than that, the condensation process will also occur because the plant is covered with a plastic bottle. The water droplets will be formed inside the water droplet will be formed inside the plastic bottle, and the water will go down to the water collector here. So, how can we get the water? Is we just open the bottle cap, and we can get the water for drinking or any domestic uses. So, the LED light wrapped around the pot will light up to signal us when to take the water. So, if the LED light up, we can get the water from this side. Thank you.
The novelty of our product is it is a new method to collect water from a conventional method. And as a conclusion, our product will have commercialized potential among the countries that lack of water resources. So let's work together to make the power of water available to all. Thank you.
Yes, let's make the, was it power together for all, something like that? Okay. Sorry, I got your, the project name different. It's Plant as WECO, is it? That's correct. Okay, I'm sorry about that. So the question, Prof. Yang Farina.
Okay, congratulations, Sekolah Alawiyah Kanga Perlis. So you've come a very long way. So my question is going to be very, very short because you said that you can get clean water. So how sure are you that the water inside is clean?
Oh, not forget to mention, we have a filter. We have a filter here. So we can get clean water because there are a filter here. That's all.
Okay,
There is a filter in between the pot and the container under it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Agama Perempuan Alawiyah. So I think it looks as if you can carry this around. This will be probably the new water bottle for all the students in the future. You have a plant at the top and then the water just come out. So the team members for Alawiyah are Fauziah binti Fauzi, Nur Shazana binti Yahya, Nur Khairina binti Hazri Nudin, then their mentor teacher is Nurul Aini binti Ahmad. So very good so far. So now from across the sea, from Bumi Kenyalang, Team Sarawak, representing them is Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Bintulu. Maybe one of the popular teams, so it's quite a loud clap there.
Test. Good afternoon, everyone. I believe everyone here had faced cockroach issues at home. Well, no matter. Our team hereby present our product, Roach Chamber, which is an eco-friendly cockroach trap. This is how it works. First, we put pesticide at the bottom chamber here through the refill hole. Cockroaches will be led into our product through the passage here and into the entry hole. Once the cockroach enters into our product, it cannot escape anymore. Why is that so? This is when things become interesting. We installed two valve-like featured traps in our product. The first one is located here, and the second one is located there. Both of these traps uses a kind of mechanism that only allows things to go through it in one direction. Cockroaches will fall through the straw here into the bottom chamber. The straw will eventually revert back into its original position due to its elasticity. As time passes, dead cockroaches will accumulate at the bottom chamber. Of course, we need to remove these dead cockroaches. So, we implement the first law of lever at the bottom chamber here. Once the amount of dead cockroaches exceeds the weight of the load here, the straw will create a passage for the cockroaches to slide out of our product. Okay. For the surprise material this morning, we use LED light and rotation sensor. The rotation sensor is connected to our first trap here. Our rotation sensor, once it senses movement, it will activate the LED light. According to our research, LED light, cockroaches tend to avoid light. Through this, cockroaches will be forced into the bottom column. On the other hand, we can also use our rotation sensor to connect to our phone through Bluetooth. It will inform us when to refill our pesticide when the cockroaches are slide out of our product. The main target of our product is at residential areas. Unprofessional way of disposal by household areas will eventually attract a lot of cockroaches. So our product is perfect to overcome this problem. It is cheap, eco-friendly, convenient, and easy to use. Conclusively, I hope that our product will contribute to our community a lot and will successfully exterminate a lot of cockroaches. For more information, please refer to our brochure. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Team Sarawak. That was good. So for the information of the audience, each team also had to prepare a handout that is given to the judges. So I'm afraid they didn't print out enough to give to the audience. Okay. So the question is going to be from Associate Professor Dr. Zulkifli Muhammad Nafia.
Hello. It was a very nice presentation. My question is, to be practical, your trap seems to be a little big than the ordinary because of space. Yeah? Maybe you might be putting the traps underneath the sink, and this one looks like it needs a lot of space. So what are you going to do with the practicality of your design in terms of that? And also, how about rats? You know, your trap seems to be very big, and I think the rat can also come in inside there. So, what do you think about that?
Actually, the entry here is quite small, if you can see from here. They only allow cockroach to go in, and rats, you know, is kind of too big. And also, yeah, it's quite big. So actually, we are thinking about change these stairs into something smaller, and also we can increase the capacity of the chamber here for the cockroach to trap the cockroach instead of like.
How do you attract the cockroach?
Yeah, the cockroach poison, which is the pesticide, are actually located at the bottom.
Pesticide?
Yes.
It will attract it?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
That was good, SMK Bintulu. So we also have an invention for cockroaches. Yeah, I have a big problem there at my house, but yeah, it could be one of them. So the members from the Sarawak team are Calvin Tan Kang Lik, Alvin Su Kwan Zhao, Kwe Zijing, and their mentor teacher is Muhammad Khalid bin Muhammad Asri. Our next team comes from Negeri Cik Siti Wan Kembang, Kelantan, is Maktab Rendah Sains Mara Tumpat.
Hello and good evening, everyone. Or is it afternoon? I don't know. Okay, so I'm standing in front of here to revolutionize your worlds. So I bet some of the audience have an aquarium, right? Well, I have myself. I used to have one myself. I used to face these problems, you know, when I want to lift the aquarium to room, it's too heavy. And, you know, it's just expensive when, you know, I want to wash it and it just breaks and it's so fragile. Well, we just invented a product that would overcome those problems. So furthermore, I would like to invite Iftar to explain about our product.
Okay, now guys, I present to you the Aquaflex. Okay. What exactly, okay guys, listen. What exactly can this Aquaflex do? It will tackle all these problems that a normal aquarium have. Okay, first of all, it is light. Since it is made up of plastic, it is very light, as light as a feather. And it can even be thrown around like this. See? This is something that a normal aquarium cannot do. A normal aquarium is too heavy. It's too heavy to lift it around, let alone to throw it. And the second one, it is affordable and low cost because it is made of plastic, and I'm sure almost all of you can afford to buy plastic. It only costs around 2 ringgits, I think. And it is also unbreakable. See? It will not break if it drops. And who doesn't want to buy light and cheap product? This is a product that all people can afford, especially parents, because it will ensure the safety of their children. Because a normal aquarium, which is too heavy, might fall onto the children and cause injury to them. But this product will not cause any injury. And even children can collect money and afford to buy it. So it can foster them to love nature, so that a new generation with feeling towards animal will be born in the near future. And besides, we get LED light to this quite fascinating product, because LED light with low heat, low consumption and low heat output, which not harm the fish. And for further development, we can use better plastic quality. And that's all from me. Thank you.
A very energetic presentation by team from Kelantan. Professor Dr. Kamurul Zaman Sofyan, your question, please.
Thank you very much. Very good presentation. At first, I thought that you're not from Tumpat. I thought you're from Bisford. But anyway, is there any other use for it other than in the aquarium? Can you make that as a for people who wants to, let's say, for bungee jumping or something, they want to go in and they want to go into it or something like that? Can it be used for other purposes other than the aquarium?
So these are actually prototypes. We actually have other ideas for the designs, but I think we can use this, as a decoration. You put it on lamps. It will be very beautiful. And some people might not look at it as something beautiful, but do everyone like Mona Lisa? The beauty of Mona Lisa, does everyone like it? I think not. Of course, everyone likes it, but not everything in this world is perfect. So we can attract some customers.
Thank you very much, team from Kelantan. Thank you very much. What an interesting product. I don't know how Mona Lisa came into that, but that was definitely thinking on your 2 feet. Fabulous. So Team Kelantan with the project name Aquaflex was represented by Wildan Nurashid bin Idrus, Ilya Ikhwan bin Ismail, Ifta Hakim bin Rusli, and their mentor teacher Nur Fazilah binti Muhammad Zuldin. All right, we move on to Negeri Jelapang Padi, Kedah. Representing Kedah is Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Sinmin with their project name, I hope this is not wrong, Eco World Air Cooler, or the short name is EWAC. Okay?
Mic test. Is it on? Is it on? Okay, thank you. So, good afternoon to the judges and also everyone in this hall right now. So, today I'm going to promote or sell one of the products that we made from this module. But before that, I'm going to make a little confession. That's whenever I go home, like from school or from tuition, I always go into my room and I switch on the aircon. And whenever I switch on the aircon, something always happens. Let's see a little reenactment of it.
Hey boy, why you open the aircon? You think the electricity cost is very cheap, You think our family is rich? You think the money can grow from tree,
Well, that's me getting scolded by my mom. So, based on this problem that I face, we did research from the internet and we found a perfect solution for it. And it is called the Eco World Air Cooler. So, as my colleagues are going to bring it down to the judges, so how does this Eco World Air Cooler does its magic? So, this Eco World Air Cooler is going to be installed either at windows or any place that's going to have exposure to the outside air. And you can see that this larger portion is exposed to the outside air, and the inside portion here is exposed to our house. So how does this do work? It actually applies the physics principle, or physics, it applies physics. So it applies the gas law, one of the gas laws, which is Charles' law. I'm not going to elaborate on that because of the time factor. And the market that we are targeting is actually everyone. Each and every one of us who are wanting to decrease or reduce the electricity cost in our house. So, apart from that, a very successful businessman once told me, if the customers give us profit, we must give them benefits. So, that's why we have a free gift. It is actually made from the little caps that we cut from it, okay? And before I end my presentation, I want to clarify a bit. I am actually not trying to sell this product, but I'm trying to sell a solution to make our lives better and cooler. Thank you.
What a fabulous reenactment of the mother and the son just now. Okay. All right, so I think we'll go back to Prof. Dr. Ahmad Zarin for the questions to Team Kedah.
Well, thank you very much, SMK Sinmin, for your presentation. It's very somehow, I'm thinking of to install this thing in my house, but somehow, in terms of practicability, how this could reduce, let's say if I install it in my aircon, near to my aircon and so on, how it could reduce the electricity bills of my aircon.
Well, actually, I didn't clarify it much because of the time factor. So actually, this isn't installed in your aircon, but it actually doesn't use any electricity. It's installed maybe at windows or anywhere. And once the hot air comes in from this side, so the hot air will turn into cold air by Charles' law. So this product actually doesn't use any conventional air conditioner that we use inside our house, but it does the air cooling job by itself.
Thank you very much, Team Kedah. I think there was a lot of perplexed look whether this will work or not, but we'll leave it to some studies later on. So that was Team Kedah, represented by Gerald Kao Yingzi, Ui Zheng Yi, Kong Yi Fei, and their mentor teacher was Nur Lizayati binti Othman. All right, so we're going across the sea again to Negeri di Bawah Bayu, Sabah. The project name is Polyfilter, and representing Sabah, Sekolah Menengah Shantau.
Hi, good day, everyone. Today, I'm going to introduce you a polyfilter, which is our product today. Okay, I want to ask a question. Do you know how many eggs do we consume every day? Can somebody give me the answer? No. Okay, have you ever used eggshells to turn it into something else? Okay, now we show you how we use the eggshells that's deposed into an alternative way. This is a polyfilter. It is used to neutralize the acid rain by using the calcium carbonate that contained in the eggshells. First, how this works. First, we pour the eggshells, which has been powdered in powdered form, into the carrier. The carrier will bring up the powdery calcium carbonate until it reaches the certain level and pour the calcium carbonate into the polyfilter gently. When the polyfilter is filled up with the calcium carbonate, the excessive calcium carbonate will be passed through this hole to the next polyfilter. So it means that the polyfilter is actually a single independent device. So you can buy this, depends on how much the crops you want to cover. For example, you have a plantation of 20 meters long, you can buy, depends on your needs. So this has very, very high commercial value. So the next, when the acid rains collected in the bottles, it reacts with the calcium carbonates. In this process, 3 products are produced. What are they? Calcium sulfates, carbon dioxide, and water. Calcium sulfates or calcium nitrates is actually fertilizer for the plants. Calcium sulfate is also known as gypsum. And also the carbon dioxide, we all know, it is actually used for the process of photosynthesis. And water, the clean water will be passed through from the straw to this and be spread out on the crops. So we can make sure that our crops is safe to consume the clean water for its growth. So this has some very high commercial value because it's cheap, easily available, and the materials, you can replace it anytime you want when it's broken. So the LED lights we install here is actually can serve in 2 functions. First, it can light up the area in the plantations. So when the farmers want to do his work, he can actually go there in the night time and switch on the lights. Actually, so the polyfilters is actually killing 2 birds in one stone. So you can light up your plantations. At the same time, you can also neutralize the acid rain so to prevent your crops from getting the harmful substances. So today, this is the polyfilter I want to present to all of you. So I hope that it has very high commercial value and can be sold respectively. Depends on your needs. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I guess your name is Satoru? Is your name not Satoru? Oh no, probably not. Okay, I'm talking. All right, so the question will be from Dr. Noshamila Zakaria.
Hi all. I think your polyfilter innovation really applies all scientific understanding. It is a very good job. My question is, what would you have done differently to produce your polyfilter better? What would you have done differently in producing this innovation?
Differently is, okay, nowadays, actually, I think some of you may have seen neutralization machines on the internet that's very big, very expensive, but this one is cheap. It can be used in household and also for the plantations in agriculture sector. So how it works, actually, this is the puller. We want to improve it in the future. If you have advanced technology, we want to make it auto. And also you can see it can actually spin. So this one is a puller. Easier for you to pour the calcium carbonate and you can refill any time. Why? Because, go back to my first question, what do I ask? How many eggs do you consume every day? It's keep increasing and we won't stop in the future. So this one, This is sold respectively, independently, depends on your need. Instead of buying a big machine, neutralization machine in your household, so how are you going to fit this in your garden? So you can buy this small, and then you can buy 10 or 20, depends on your needs. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Team Sabah. So definitely, here the lady is in charge for this particular team. So that was Team Sabah, represented by Satoru Samuel Miyoshi, Chia Jingying, Chiu Cheng Yi, and their mentor teacher is Yong Chiu Yun. All right, so we're moving on to the east coast of Malaysia, Terengganu. Representing Terengganu is Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Sultan Ismail II. With their project name, Coastal Barrier, Buoy Trap Barrier.
Hi, Judge. Good afternoon. This is our product. This is a coastal barrier. By 2050, the water level has risen 6 meters, that's about 20 feet high. So with this coastal barrier, we could withstand the pressure of the water, protecting major cities that are near the coast. Why this hexagonal shape? After some calculation and algorithms, we have selected this structure design, which has a perfect design for stability as well as costing. So how does it work? When the waves come through here, it hits this platform and creates a spiral effect, creating a powerful vortex that could that creates a vacuum that sucks the pollutants such as oil, plastics, and other chemical substances. And with test tube types, with tortoise tropes, it traps the plastic waste, and with the help of the wave pressure, it pushes the water out and providing clean water. Next, we have our boil water barrier, okay? These are our bio balls, you can refer. And these are oleosponge. Oleosponge contains oleophilic molecules that absorb oil but not water. And we fill it up and becoming a chain that are flexible, right? And this barrier, we form a chain, and a chain, we can go to the oil spillage sites and covering and containing the oil spill while we absorbing and collecting it. So kill two birds with one stone. Okay, this, the water when, oh, sorry. Okay. Okay, what's the function of the LED? During nighttime, the coast is not visible. So with the help of LEDs, we can, the coast is visible to ships and every other obstacles. If there is a leakage during the night, we can use this LED for inspection and other purposes, as well as using microfiber cloth filter or nano size hose filter. We can filter out all those oils and every chemical substance, ammonia, sulfate, or any harmful substances that could potentially harm the marine life. So, as you could see, as the sea level increases, the filter will go up and down according to the tide. And that is our product. Thank you.
Fabulous, Team Terengganu. That was a very passionate presentation there. So, Prof. Yang Farina, your question, please.
Okay, thank you very much. I really like this innovation. this product. My question to you, what's the maximum oil spill that your product can handle to contain?
I'm sorry?
What's the maximum area of oil spill that your product can contain?
The area of the oil spill.
Yeah.
Okay. So with this chain, we could form as long as we want, as big as we want. We can scale it to a bigger scale, ranging from 1 meters to 20 meters. Or we could surround the oil spill, containing it, and while absorbing it, the manual labor cost is very costly and require a lot of time. With this, we could absorb it, collecting it, and reduce it.
Okay, very good.
There is no limit or how long we can use the chain. Extending from 1 kilometer to 100 kilometers, no problem.
All right, well done, well done. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Team Kedah. Give them an applause. Thank you, Team Kedah. I feel I was like a political rally, although our election is still far away to go.
Dr. Ibrahim, they're from Terengganu, right?
And? Yeah.
Sultan, you said Kedah just now.
It's
I'm
Kedah.
very confused.
Did I?
Yes,
Oh no, it's
yes.
Terengganu. It's Terengganu. Sorry.
Yes, because I'm confused because I'm going to give the marks.
Oh yes, it's
to make
Terengganu.
sure it's Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan
Sultan Ismail II. I'm sorry,
okay.
Terengganu. I'm so sorry.
Takutlah salah nanti bagi markah.
Because I was listening to it, it was just so passionate, like surround, like that was kind of thing. Okay, so that team was comprising of Tang Ziyin, Kam Yen Jet, and Su Alwin, and their mentor teacher was Naimah binti Ismail. Congratulations, Team Terengganu. So that's actually is a good halfway point. So we have how many teams? 7, 11, 9, I think my maths. Yeah, 9 more teams to go. So we go to the Pearl of the Orient, Pulau Pinang. Represented by Sekolah Menengah Jenis Kebangsaan Perempuan Cina Pulau Pinang.
Hello. Good afternoon. We are from Triple Z Company, Penang. I would like to ask, who have a pet or two at their home? Please raise up your hand. Oh, I see. Anyway, many of the pet owners face one problem, which is, who will feed the pet when they are not around? And we face the same problem too. So we create this product, which is Pet Buffet, to solve this problem. Now, our product contains of 3 parts. One is water dispenser, food dispenser, and control panel. Inside the control panel, there is a microcontroller in it, where it will control the operation of the motor, valve, and the sensor. So let's start with the water dispenser. As you can see, there is an electrical water valve at the opening of the water dispenser and is connected to the water pipe. When the water level is filled to the upper water level sensor, the water valve will be closed and the water will not enter the bottle and vice versa. At the straw part, it uses the pressure principle to function. When it consists of 2 straws, one is a longer straw and one is a shorter straw. When the water level inside the bowl is lower than the shorter straw, then the water will continue to flow out until it covers the shorter straw. Then the water will be stopped. Now let's move on to the food dispenser. As you can see, there is a keypad on the control panel where we can control the amount of food and the time of the food released. When the time of the food release reach, the plastic valve on the food dispenser will open and allow the food to flow from the bottle to the food drawer. And there is an RFID reader at the control panel, which will detect the presence of the pet, which wear an RFID tag at its collar. When the pet is near the product, it will stimulate the opening of the drawer and the pet can enjoy its food there. So when there is a considerable amount of food in the drawer, there will be a sensor to detect the food and will prevent the food from flowing into the drawer. So what is the benefit of our product? First, it is portable and easy to use, and we can control the amount of food to cater the different needs for different pets. And also, the most importantly, it is eco-friendly. And what is the commercial value of our product? First, it looks attractive, right? And we use the LED light provided to attract the pets to use this product, and also will assist us to have a better vision at dark. And also, for the improvement part, I think we can change the straw into aluminum straw so that it will not be damaged easily by the pets. And also, we can use camera or speaker added into this product so that we can communicate with our pet when we are not around. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think if they don't make it as scientists, they can actually be as students for Asia. So, like, the questions from Associate Professor Dr. Zulkifli Muhammad Nafia.
Okay, very good presentations, very lively, and very good innovation indeed. But somehow I don't have any kind of pets like, you know, the one that you mentioned just now. I only have fish, you know. So, yeah. So how do you want to, you know, modify it? Okay. How do you want to modify it if I want to use it for my fish?
Actually, for fish, we can use this water dispenser as it uses the pressure principle to fill the water tank of your fish. So the water will never run out because there is a water pipe attached to the electrical water pump above. So it saves energy too. You do not need to use the electrical water pump, right? Or we can add a filter in it, so to filter the waters to make sure the water is clean. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Penang. So this is Penang, Prof. Yang Farina. This is the Penang team. All right, so I didn't know that fish drinks water. Okay. So that was Li Zhujian, Li Zujun, Hua Hangxian. I hope I've been pronouncing this name correctly. And their advisor is Chiang Moon Yi. So now we're going across the sea again to Wilayah Persekutuan Labuan. Wow, I think, are they a popular team? I'm not sure. So their project name is HMS Bag. So they're represented by Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Pantai.
Assalamualaikum and a very good evening to the honorable judges and the other participants. Okay, this is our product. The name given is HMS, which stands for Hyper Mainstream Bag. We took the mainstream products such as wardrobe and table and stationaries, you know, where you put your pants. And then we combined it into this bag. Okay, firstly, as you can see, this is just an ordinary bag. But when we open it up, you can turn it into a table. You can do homeworks, or, you know, probably assignment, using your laptops, anywhere. Can you imagine the possibilities? Okay, why is this better? Sorry. Why is this better Then other bags. Well, as you can see, it can turn into table. And then there's many compartments inside. And it's cheaper because it consists of water bottle and boxes. And it's eco-friendly. Well, we use recyclable materials. And like I said, it can store many items. And the table, it's not just this long. It can be longer. Okay, the targeted customers are mainly workers that travels a lot, that can't find a specific place to do their works. So they can use this HMS bag to travel. And then we use the LED to do this. So you can work at night. You can see your book. Okay, if we turn it. Okay, you can turn it. Okay. There is this thing to store your items, like I said. And I think that's all from us. Thank you for your attention. Thank you very much.
Okay, well, that was SMK Pantai. And the question comes from Professor Dr. Kamaruzaman Sofyan.
Okay, very impressive invention. Yeah?
Thank
and
you.
Very innovative too. Bag must be flexible, and table must be hard, because you have to put your arms around it, you have to put your things around it. So how do you balance that up between a flexible bag and also a tough table?
Well, we applied these legs, we call, to support the burden on top of the table, such as power banks or maybe laptop that is heavier, or books, many textbooks. So, yeah, we use the leg to support the items. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for that answer. If you look at it, it feels like if someone's home, is it a model of an architecture of someone's home with all those LED lights? It looks pretty. Okay, that was Tim Wilayah Persekutuan Labuan, Muhammad Zul Hazmi bin Ahmad Roslan, Muhammad Hizat bin Muhammad Amin, Andre Iskandar bin Muhammad Amir, and their mentor teacher is Susilawati binti Muhammad Ibni Hong. Okay, don't break our stuff. They're very excited, they're very happy because to inform everyone, last year's winner did come from Labuan. We now move on to the capital of Malaysia, is it capital of Malaysia? The Wilayah Persekutuan Putrajaya with the project name Aqua Exonero, represented by Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Precinct 18/1.
Testing. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Have you ever had this problem where you want to plant plants, but you're too busy studying, so you don't have time to water them?
I have to study. I don't have time to plant, but I have one to plant. How? Can you help me?
Well, look no further. Here, introducing our new product named Aqua Exonero. This will bring all the problems you face away. It is fully robotic. Here's how.
The Aqua Exonero is a fully automated water sprinkler that can be used in your garden. It has 2 timers that you can set to your own liking. The first timer is to set when you want it to function. Say you want to water your plants at 3 p.m. Then set it to 3 p.m. The water sprinkler will start working at 3 p.m. The other timer is to set the duration of the work. Say you want it to work for 30 minutes, then then set it to 30 minutes. The water sprinkler will start running for 30 minutes when it will change motor to change the direction of its movement so it can move back to its starting place. The water sprinkler also has a barometer to forecast weather. If it forecasts that it's going to rain, the water sprinkler wouldn't work at all. Both the barometer and the first timer have to send the same input to the AND logic gates for it to function. Our water sprinkler also has a rainwater harvesting system. Malaysia, the average rainfall in Peninsular Malaysia is 2,500 millimeter per year. So why waste the rainwater? We have to use it. We also have a sensor in the tank to sense for the level of water. If it's too low, then the sensor will cause the LED light to light up to alert us that the water level is too low.
The most important of all is the benefits. The benefit is this product promotes green technology and it reduces water usage, which means we can reuse our water bills. And for the commercial value, this product is so very high. Trust me. And this product is targeted for the NGO, GO, for the farmers, and for all the people who have garden.
Does this solve all your problems? Here are some reviews from satisfied customers.
I have used this product for 3 months. And it allowed me to study without worrying my water to plant. So good for.
So this is all from us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Team Putrajaya. So the question from Dr. Ahmad Zarin.
Hi, hello. Well, I'm one of your customers actually. I just recently bought your product. But somehow now it's a drought season, so I still want to water my plants. So how that will be functioning?
Thank you for your question. It's a really good question, which is why we have this. This area is where you can connect the hose to connect the water sprinkler to a hose. Then you can add the water manually, but the water pressure will not be too high and it will not explode or something.
So why don't I use the water sprinkler directly rather than to use this product?
It's because you may be busy sometimes, and then if you happen to be if you happen to be away and you don't know, then you should add it beforehand. Like, let's say you're going to Australia for a vacation for a week. You don't know if there's rain or not. That is why you should fill it up first before you leave. Then it will function normally, as it usually does.
Thank you very much. That was Aqua Exonero. The team consists of Tan Hugh Moon, Nur Iliana Emilia binti Sani Zuhairi, Ahmad Najmi Qiu bin Khairul Halimin, and their mentor teacher is Marliana binti Muhammad. The 12th team to present is from Johor Darul Takzim with their project name Eco Flood Kit. Representing Johor, Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Tun Mamat.
Good afternoon, everyone. We would like to share about our Waste to Well project. Our product is a set of flat kit which is made of plastic and is named as Eco Flat Kit. First and foremost, our first product is a bag. The bag, first and foremost, our product is a bag, and the bag is very light and water resistant so that it can protect the stuffs inside the bag so that it wouldn't be damaged during the flood. But do you think it's just a normal bag? Of course not. We have equipped the bag with a whisker and a LED light. Besides of that, we can also transform this bag magically into a table, and we can fill in the water in this bottle so that the table will become more stable. Next, we also made a stationery case. And this stationery case is not a common stationery case. It can use for us to fill in our stationery, and it can also have a side for us to fill in the pencil sharpenings, which can be used for composting and kindling. Sounds good, right? Next, we also have an electronic gadget casing, and this casing is waterproof so that our electronic gadgets inside it won't get damaged when the flood is coming. We also have installed an GPS at this so that we can determine the location of our electronic gadget when we can't find them in a big mess during the flood. Next, we also have an umbrella casing which can fill in our umbrella. The umbrella is wet, and at the bottom of the umbrella casing, there is a sponge which can absorb the water so that the water won't spill out and make the floor slippery and wet. When the water is rising at a dangerous rate, there's nothing more important than your own life. Just tear off the bag to become a life jacket. We can fill in the helium gas into the bag so that it can float. When it is emergency, you can also blow the whistle. And you can also light up the LED light so that everyone can see you when it is a mess or even when it's dark, so that you can be found during a big flood or even other dangerous condition. Thank you.
So the team is very patriotic with a Malaysian flag on that particular bag. So the question will come from Dr. Nur Shamila Zakaria.
Thank you. I think I really would like to grab one bag before I go back to my kampung in Kota Baru this year.
Thank you.
My question is, how do you want to market this bag to South Africa, for example? How would you want to market this bag to another place which has no flood?
In South Africa, there are many poor families which can't buy expensive bags such as our cotton one or even other bags which are Nike, Adidas, or even other very expensive bag. So they can buy this, which can reduce the waste and also reduce their expense to buy the bags.
Okay.
Are you satisfied, Dr. Shamila? Yes, okay. All right, thank you, Team Johor, Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Tumamat, which was represented by Lim Kian Hui, Tan Hong Ling, Gan Ming Hong, and their teacher advisor is Chiang Lai Lai. Our next team come from Negeri Sembilan with a project name Hydro Repello SS cover, Negeri Sembilan, College Tunku Rusia.
Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon I bid to everyone present here today. You saw what I did just now? People often throw plastic bottles away after using them. So we came up with an idea to utilize the use of plastic bottles by making a sport shoe cover. Now I present Hydro Repello SS cover. For your information, SS means sport shoes. This product is mainly to prevent our shoes from getting wet, but it also has other benefits and special features.
So ladies and gentlemen, if you could just look at this prototype, the main material used to create this product is plastic bottles. Yes, it is undeniable that our product and the normal footwear cover has the same function, which is to prevent the absorption of water to our shoes. But the thing that makes our product different from the normal footwear cover is that it has special features. So firstly, if you could look closely at the front part of the cover, it has a small compartment. And this small compartment represents the LED that we want to put on the cover. So this LED is for safety purposes, which is to enable the users to see clearer at night or in a dark area. So imagine if you're walking in a dark area and there is no light source, so we will not be able to see what is in front of us or what is on the road. So the possibility of getting injured is high. Therefore, this LED is to enable the users to walk safely at night or in a dark area. So the surprise element that was given to us is actually another LED. So we decided to put the LED at the inner part of the cover. Therefore, it would increase the intensity of the light and it would enable the users to see more clearer. All right, so moving on to the next special feature, which is the cooling agent. All right, have you ever experienced the heat in your shoes after performing intensive sports or during a hot weather? Yes? So the solution to this problem is that we have put a cooling agent at the inner part of the cover so that it would attach to your sports shoes and it will reduce the heat that you will be feeling in your shoes. All right, so if you could just look at the handout, there is a table that differentiates the normal footwear cover and our product. So normally, we see that normal footwear cover, they usually cover the whole shoes, including the shoe soles. But we think that it is unnecessary to cover the shoe soles also, because there are two reasons. First, most shoe soles of sports shoes are made out of rubber, and we know that rubber act as water repellent. Secondly, we know that... Okay, sorry. Moving on. There are benefits of our product. Firstly, of course, it can be bought at low cost because it is made out of plastic, LED, and just cooling agent. So it will not be very expensive. Secondly, it can be taken off easily because, as you can see here, there are 3 straps. First, the strap at the back and the other 2 at the bottom. So if you're not using it, you can just open the strap and keep it. So the most important thing that it comes with various colors. Therefore, you won't be looking very hideous wearing plastic bottle on your shoes, right? Yes.
And as for the marketing target, this product is actually for everyone to use, but we would like to commercialize this product to the sportswear companies such as Nike, Adidas, Puma, and so on. Why? Because these companies are vying for customers, and they would do possibly anything to satisfy the customer's need. And ladies and gentlemen, I would like to assure you that this product is a product that we need in our daily life. And with that, we thank you.
What a very colorful shoe cover design. And the question will come from Professor Dr. Yang Farina, who's actually a runner. So this will be suited for you.
Yes, thank you very much, Dr. Ibrahim. I really like your product. And I like the idea of like having different colors to match your outfit. So that is certainly something worth buying. However, if you are a runner, the number one thing that you want to think about is the weight of your shoes. You don't want your shoes to be heavy. You want it to be light and strong and as well provide support to the way that you run. So what is the weight of your invention of this thing?
So actually, we did not weigh the mass of our invention, but it kind of looked have a high weight, a high mass, but this is just a prototype. So if it were to be commercialized outside, it would be more smooth and it would not look very heavy. It would not actually weigh very heavy. And yes, as for the LED, they provide us very big batteries. So if it were to be commercialized, we will not be using these big batteries. So it will not weigh very heavy, and we will use small batteries such as lithium batteries, maybe. Yes,
okay.
Thank you.
And maybe it's also very good to have LED on the shoes because that's safety, so that road users can see you when you're running.
Yes.
So
yes.
maybe you can include that as well.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, College Tuku Kusya, which was represented by Farhana Nurina binti Muhammad Yusuf, Nik Nadia binti Azif, Nurina Izazi binti Muhammad Halmi, dan the teacher, mentor teacher is Nurul Yusma Hanim. The 14th theme to present this evening is from Negeri Perak Darul Rizwan with their project name PDA Floating Box. They are from Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Sri Perak.
Sound test. Assalamualaikum and good evening to the judges and the spectators. Today, we would like to present our prototype model, which is PDA floating box. PDA refers to our acronyms, which is portable, durable, and affordable. Why it is portable? It is because it is very light. It is very durable because it is waterproof. And also affordable because the materials used are very cheap and easily acquired. We got the idea to do this from the flash flood, which occurred very frequently in Malaysia. Many people lost their documents because they do not expect the flash flood to occur. So maybe the documents are destroyed by the flood. At the bottom of this box, we can see that there are 5 bottles to make it float using Archimedes principle. We can also see 2 sides of each of the box to have bottles to make you clearly see the contents inside. There are also sensors to identify harmful objects so that it will not allow harmful objects to be kept inside the box. In this box, we divide it into 2 sections. To divide between big objects and small objects. We build a passage for the small objects to be taken out and put it into the box easily. We coat the box with wax so that it is waterproof and not to be affected by the flood. For the special elements which is provided just now, the LED lace, we use it as a light source so that we can see the things inside the box clearly. Our targeting company is IKEA and Mr. DIY. And we also target the customers such as victims of the flood. That is all from us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Team Pera. I was quite worried because they look a bit sad, isn't it? So, but they are very good anyway. So, PDA, portable, durable, and affordable. Okay. So we have a question from Associate Professor Dr. Zulkifli Nafia.
Okay, good presentations, and I like the presentation actually. It is very useful and you can easily make it. Okay, the problem is you got the idea here, and how do you want to protect your product here? Because it can be easily assembled by anybody. They just buy this product and then they do it in their own workshop, you know, to build like this as yours. So how do you want to protect it? Your product lah, because to me your product is very easy to assemble and you can just simply assemble it, you know, with a few bottles and then here and there, kan? So how do you want to protect your ideas here from being, plagiarized by somebody?
I beg your pardon, please.
Okay, you have a very good idea here. Okay, but you know the problems in Malaysia and the problem elsewhere also. When you have a very simple product, very practical, and there a tendency for the people to imitate this, copy this on your own, and they will sell it, and they make their own money. So how do you want to protect it? Because it is very flexible things, you know, you can do it.
Okay, so in our prototype model, we have a tracking device at here. When I give an example, when we get flash flood, we can say that our floating box will go to somewhere by the river, so we can use the tracking device to detect where the floating box go.
Okay, I think they've.
We also have the sensor to detect any harmful objects.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, team from Perak. So the team was represented by Muhammad Azkar Amshah bin Muhammad Nazri, Muhammad Aiman bin Kelana Putra, Muhammad Zakwan bin Abdul Kamal, and their mentor teacher is Salmiza binti Sabli. We move on next to the team from Selangor. They are represented by Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Subang Utama, and their project name is Recycle Aquaponics Kits, REAQ Kit.
Good morning. Is this the kind of food that you want to eat? Is this the kind of food that you want your children, your family,
people that you care about, to eat? Is it not ironic how we poison our food so that pests won't get to them, but yet we are supposed to eat it? Ladies and gentlemen, we need affordable, hygienic, and organic food, and we need it now. BSK Holdings is proud to present a recycled, based on renewable energy aquaponics kit, the React Kit.
Our React Kit combines technology from aquaculture and hydroponics. The fish in this tank over here produce ammonia-rich waste, which is then pumped into this tank over here, which is the grow bed for the vegetables. The ammonia is broken down into nitrates, which the vegetables then take up as natural fertilizers. The naturally filtered water is then siphoned back into the water tank for the fish, and the cycle goes on. These solar panels over here are automatically adjustable and will position themselves for optimal absorption of solar energy to power the pump over here. And a pH meter and a thermometer is hooked up to this LED strip over here and will light up when the pH or temperature has a drastic increase or decrease.
Of course, there are numerous benefits to our product. First and for all, our product provides a healthy source of food. This is largely because the plants that will be produced through this product are organic, free from chemicals, and free from pesticides. In addition to that, they are also fresh, and our product also proves to be a potent educational tool because it can be used to teach students about the STEM field. This is, students can be taught about renewable energy, recycling, and sustainable ecosystems. Our product is also eco-friendly as it runs on solar energy, and it also uses 90% less water compared to traditional agricultural methods.
Our product also has excellent marketing value. Furthermore, it can be customizable. Customers will be able to choose whether they want fish, vegetables, and the kind of vegetable seeds that they want. This product is also scalable. It can be small for families and larger for communities. Our target market for this product will be families, companies, and the community, as well as schools. In the future, we intend to develop an application that will be able to notify the customers whether the pH value, temperature, or water level of these plants is not at its optimal level, so the customers will fix it before the problem worsens.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's pretty clear that through BSK Holdings' React Kit, consumers will be able to live a sustainable lifestyle.
Okay, thank you very much, SMK Subang Utama. And the question will be from Professor Dr. Kamaruzzaman Sopian.
Thank you very much. Very wonderful presentation. I built this system before once. And when the problem I have is that when the anti-dengue people came, a lot of mosquitoes, not at the water, but at that vegetable. Yeah? So how do you get rid of the mosquitoes? Yeah.
First and for all, thank you for the question. Secondly, I believe that the mosquito problem would be solved because we are recirculating the water. So I believe that there would be enough movement in our model to prevent, to allow movement of water. And since this is a smaller model, of course, there would be more movement of water since there's the piping and all. There would be more movement of water to prevent mosquitoes from breeding over here.
What a fabulous answer from Team Selangor. Thank you very much, Team Selangor, SMK Subang Utama. And they were represented by Keshav Varman Surendran, Bei Jia Hao, Shanjukta Shriya Suguma, and their mentor teacher is Dr. Sunita Devi Vilayutum. All right. We're almost there. 2 more teams to go. And the next team comes from Wilayah Persekutuan Kuala Lumpur, represented by Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Sri Bintang Utara, with their project name called STU Kit. There's a lot of kits going around today.
Good afternoon, everyone. So here's our product. The name is StuKit, short for Student Kit. So as you can see, this boy is trying to do his homework on the floor. But it's hard because he has to bend down a lot, so he gets neck pains. So then he lies on his bed to try to relax and soothe the pain. But then he gets tired, and then he sleeps, and the book falls on his head.
This is where the Stu Kit comes into play. The main purpose of this kit is to provide a more comfortable learning experience for students of all ages, from the primary level to the tertiary level. Now, this kit consists of 2 products, the first of which is this portable table. It can be folded and brought anywhere. You just pull the latch in the middle to set it upright. With this, any book he wants to read or write on will be elevated, so there will be a shorter distance between him and the book, and he will not have to bend his neck too much, solving his problem of neck pain. He can study as much as his kiasu heart desires, and he will not feel like his head is rolling off his neck. Compared to a normal portable table, this is lighter and cheaper as it is mainly made of cardboard and plastic. Right. Now, let's say at night, he wants to read. He lies on his bed and takes the book holder. He will place the book between these 2 pieces of cardboard, and he does not have to hold it up. Then, when it gets dark, he can switch on the LED light, and he can comfortably read. For now, this product, we price it at around 20 ringgit. Future modifications will include completely wrapping this in plastic to make it waterproof, and adding more latches to increase its stability and also its ease of folding. And for this, we plan to make the height and the length adjustable and also reinforce it with aluminium to make it stronger. But the price will not exceed 30 ringgit because we want to cater to the budgets of students. That's all from us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Team Kuala Lumpur. And we have Prof. Dr. Ahmad Zarin for the question.
Right, thank you very much. SMK Sri Bintang Utara. I have many questions actually, but I'm only allowed to ask you one question. How you will consider the ergonomic effect and also the people who will use it? For example, if there are any like health effects, I can see that people might become lazier by having that table, for example, and then what will be the ergonomic effect to people who use it?
You see, since the beginning of time, humans have been trying to make products to make themselves lazier. That was actually what we were thinking of when we conceptualized this idea. Like, we had remote controls to increase our quality of life because we were lazy to walk to our TV. So this is also something like that to help improve the quality of life and to help students study more easily anywhere they want, reduce their discomfort, and just make their lives easier. Because in the end, that's what I feel technology is about, to help make our lives better.
Thank you very much, SMK Sri Bintang Utara. So I guess technology is getting us a bit more, getting us lazier. I'm not sure about that, but we'll take your word for it. So the team consists of Chin Siu Mei, Ho Shen Yen, Tengku Sofia Imani binti Tengku Fizaluddin, and their mentor teacher is Lee Saw Im. All right, before we move on to the final school, just like to highlight that the presentation are being scored based on product idea, 50%, technology and development plan, 30%, their target market, 10%, and overall presentation, 10%, which will give us a total of 100%. So our last and final group for the day comes from Negeri Hang Tuah, Malacca, with their project name Hydroloop, and they are from College Yayasan Saat.
Assalamualaikum and good evening. I hope everyone is doing fine. Well, before I proceed, I want you guys to imagine that you're sitting in front of your television, watching some TV shows maybe, but suddenly the lights went out. So you might be wondering, maybe it's because a problem in the circuit, but it's not. It's because of us, humans. We have used up all the energy resources that the earth has to offer. We wouldn't want this to happen, right? So today we've prepared something really special, and what you guys have to do is just sit back, relax, and let us unfold the future.
So as said earlier, the problem is no light, no electricity. So now, what's the solution? So the solution is Hydroloop. And that's our product. It is our invention that functions to generate electricity. It's nothing complex, but complex problems is what it solves. So, interesting, huh? So then, there's more. In this product, we use the same water which circulates repeatedly in order to produce electricity for eternity. So, which then we will overcome the shortage of resources of energy.
So this product is based on hydroelectric power plant. The mechanics is the same, but what we want is to bring that power plant to your house. So with Hydroloop, you can have your own power plant right at your backyard, anywhere, anytime, and any way you want it. So let's see how it operates. So this is the water tank. You fill this with water, and then the water will rotate the turbine, and the turbine will in turn activate the generator over here, and it will produce electricity. As simple as that.
So then next, the water which flows to the turbine will be collected and channeled to a collecting chamber. So now let's dive in further. We have attached to the turbine a hydraulic pump which will pump up and down in a motion which is called the reciprocating motion. So through this motion, water will be forced out of the collecting chamber, and it will be forced out of the collecting chamber to a tube that is connected back to the water tank. And that is how it circulates.
So that's about the science and mechanics, but I like money too. So let's talk about business. So we're targeting this to be marketed to consumer markets, which includes household units and individuals, and rural areas as its priority. And the production cost is very low because it uses recyclable items, whereas real generators made out of steels and all, they cost a lot more. They can reach up to 500. So this will absolutely save your money. So further improvement can be made to further enhance the performance of this product. For example, maybe we can make it to larger scale to produce larger energy.
And even greater piping for greater efficiency.
So what are you waiting for? Don't ever look back. Look forward. Choose Hydroloop.
All right. Are we choosing Hydroloop? Not sure yet.
Yes.
But let's have a question from Dr. Shamila.
Thank you. I think this is an awesome product. But if you would like to convince me more on your product, maybe you could share with me what was your best experience you could capture when you preparing this product.
So maybe both of us will tell what was the best
What's
thing.
your best experience?
Yeah, the best experience. So For me, making the turbine, we studied on how the structure of the turbine really looks like in the real generator. So we thought that we can make it possible using recyclable items. Just need a disc and maybe some pedals. So we choose to use the spoons. So as you can see, when the water flows, the turbine will turn in this manner. So that was one of my best experience to discover on how it really worked in this prototype.
So as of for me, what's the most interesting thing in our product is that my best experience is to try and find something that is used to pump up the water back to the water tank. So I've been doing research every night in this university. So and then we've come up with the hydraulic principle, which uses small pressure to exert a large amount of pressure, which can force the water back up to the water tank. And that's all from us. Thank you.
Thank you. I think that it was a very good learning process, right?
Thank you very much, Dr. Nur Shamila. All right, that was fabulous. That was our last team from Team Malacca. So, and maybe some of you are a bit perplexed why there are only two. Due to very unforeseen reason, the third person cannot be with us today for this particular science camp from College Yayasan Saad. So they were, the two guys were Muhammad Mukris bin Mokhtar and Arif Wafiq bin Baharuzaman. And the mentor teacher is Siti Aisyah binti Ramzi. So let's give a round of applause to all the teams that present on today's presentation. So, I would also like to thank all the judges, and I would like to ask the judges all to adjourn to our meeting room to discuss the final score for the presentation and also to add up to the 5 modules that they have actually been going through for the last week to give out our final score and the final 4 teams that will be competing in tomorrow's grand quiz in Kuala Lumpur. So, judges, thank you very much. Okay, I will let Mr. Henry lead them on to our meeting room. Let's give a round of applause to our 5 judges who have been doing such a hard work in trying to find. So they still have a bit more work to do to finalize the score. So while we wait for the final score, we have a talk by a representative from the US Embassy. So I would like to introduce Ms. Fiona Teo and her team and to give us a talk. I don't know what is the topic, but I'm sure she will tell us. Thank you very much.
All right. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. All right. First of all, I just want to say thank you to the sponsors of this event, ASM, UKM, ExxonMobil, for inviting us to speak to you today about US higher education. Also, thank you to all of you for giving us a chance to listen to your interesting presentations. Today, me and my colleague, Kavita, we are going to talk to you about US higher education. So we are from Education USA, and Education USA is the US Department of State network of over 400 advising centers in more than 170 countries. So Kavita will talk to you about pathways on pursuing an American degree overseas, and later on, I'll talk to you about the exchange programs we have for high school students like you. Okay?
So thank you, Fiona, and thank you. We were just watching your presentation earlier, and it was really amazing. I wish I had the chance to do that back when I was in high school, but that's fine. I studied in the US, and I had such a great experience in the US. So I'm guessing, how many of y'all here are in your Form 4s and Form 5s? Oh, all of y'all, my bad. That's fine. But so the gist of our presentation today is I'm going to give you, it's a very short presentation, something to not keep you too anxious about when you're waiting for your results. But we're going to talk about some of the opportunities that are available. And based on your participation in this, this would be an amazing thing to put on your university application. So I just wanted to ask you guys, do you guys think how many Malaysian students are there studying in the US right now? I heard someone say 10,000? 100,000? No, we don't have that many. Just to save time, we have about more than 7,000 students who are studying in the US. For such a small country, we definitely have been sending quite a number of Malaysian students to study in the US. And we have a handful of them who've been through there through sponsorship programs and things like that. So can everyone see from, and am I talking too fast? Please let me know if I'm talking too fast or anything like that. But the US is a very unique education system compared to other countries in the world. It offers a holistic, it's a very inclusive program that allows you to develop different skills that potentially would be useful for you when you graduate from university. It has a lot of general and liberal arts education requirement. The idea for that is if you are interested in pursuing, let's say, engineering, you are required to take a bunch of other classes that is not from the engineering major. And in the US, you can do something called the double major. You can have two different majors. You can have a major and a minor. So there's a wide variety of options that's available. And the important thing about going to study in the US is you can apply not knowing what you want to do. So you can have an undecided major. That means you don't need to know what you want to do. And the US has a different academic calendar than what you've been used to in Malaysia. We have the fall semester, which starts in the end of August and goes all the way till December. And then we have the spring semester, which is from January to June. And we have the summer semester, which is usually the prettier time in the US. And summer semester is an optional course in the US. Some of the basic universities that are available is the so the public university, very similar to UKM. Public university in the US are funded by local and state department. They tend to have a significantly lower tuition fee, and they have fewer scholarships that are available. On the other hand, we have the private universities that tend to rely mainly on tuition fee, and their main source of funding is the tuition that you are paying to the institution. But a lot of private institutions have more financial aid. And finally, you have the University of Special Focus, which is like Art and Design College, Cooking College. So in the US, there's a wide variety of options that is available for you. And we did a research in the past, and it shows that it's significantly cheaper to study in the US compared to other countries like the UK and Australia because there are more financial aid that are provided for international students. And scholarships in the US are stackable, which means if you apply to multiple financial aid and you get those, you can use all of those. And since we're in a science competition, I'm just going to guess most of y'all will be interested in pursuing a STEM major. And I'll go through what a STEM major, and I saw one of the teams point out STEM. So that's good that you guys are aware of what STEM is. So for those of y'all who don't know what STEM is, the next slide is going to explain. But this is a chart that actually shows almost 1/3 of international students pursue a STEM major in the US. And I'll go through as to why students pursue STEM major in the US. And you can see on the top, a lot of them pursue programs like engineering, computer science, health professions, and life science courses. STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So it's not a focus where if you're doing mathematics, you only will be taking mathematics courses. In the US, it's a little different in the sense you will be taking a bunch of different courses that ties into your mathematics or your technology program, which is heavily dependent on what you'll be learning in real life or what you'll be using in real life. So the unique part about a STEM major in the US is it provides you the opportunity to learn a lot of real life practices. And you can see I've listed out a couple of STEM majors in the US. These are only a handful. My slides cannot fit all of them, but there is a specific major that is available for what you want to do. And the unique part about the United States education system is you are allowed to come up with your own major. So institutions like Brown University has a program where you can design your own major. So it gives you the freedom and the flexibility to come up with courses and things that you want to study in the US. So this is another slide that I wanted to share with you. So a lot of you might be familiar with institutions like MIT or Caltech, but you can see up there, for instance, if you end up going to MIT to do engineering, you are required to take humanities, arts, and social science classes. You have to take 8 classes, and you are also required to do a communication requirement. So what we're trying to share with you is the US education system is very inclusive in the sense that you will not only be learning courses that are relevant to your major, but you are required to take classes that are outside of your major and outside of your comfort zone, actually. So why international students choose to pursue STEM in the US? Basically, you get hands-on experience. Most of the time, you are able to work in a research lab as early as your second year in a university. You get to work with world-class researchers and professors. Most of them have been doing research, and you have the experience to work under their wings. And more funding and financial aid opportunities for STEM major. A really cool initiative that has been done by the previous administration is that more funding has been given for, or scholarship has been given for science departments, and also women in STEM tend to receive way more scholarship compared to other students. You are able to work longer in the US. So one of the reasons a lot of people pursue their studies in the US is because they get the work experience in the US. Having a STEM bachelor's in the US allows you to work extra compared to a normal international student. Better job opportunities. There's a lot of startups, research institutions that would provide you the opportunity to study. To work there, my bad. And then higher remuneration, which means students with a STEM bachelor, based on research, have been proven to receive a higher starting salary compared to their counterparts who have a humanities bachelor's. You get to launch your own startup, which means come up with a lot of your own initiative or your own company. And finally, there's a huge push in a lot of countries, and I believe in Malaysia recently, I was reading the newspaper, there's a huge push for getting students to pursue their majors in STEM. So application requirement, the US has a unique application process. So one of the things we do in our office in downtown KL is we work with students who are interested in applying to the US. We help through with them. And in your orange worksheet that we've given you, it has lists out a bunch of resources that are available. So the application process might seem a little scary if like some of y'all who've researched university, but it's not as bad as you think it is. We have worked with a lot of students who have successfully gone through the application process and has received the visa from the embassy and gone to the US. And how to choose a university. So one of the things I wanted to share with you guys is there are more than 4,000 US institutions in the US. So obviously if you decide to go to the US, you'll have 4,000 options to apply to. International students generally apply between 7 to 10 universities. And some of the factors that they look at is definitely if the university offers the program that they're interested in, where the location of the school is. So yesterday I did a program and we found out quite a number of Malaysian students enjoy going to California, probably because of the same weather. The size of the institution, a large university in the US can have up to 50 to 60,000 students, while a small university can have up to 3,000 students. And then whether it's a private or a public institution, what sort of extracurricular activities that's available, internship opportunities. So US universities are pretty proactive in providing internship opportunities for international students. So for instance, if you are studying in a university during summer break, if you are not taking any classes, you can use that opportunity to do internship, and you can put that on your resume. So when you graduated and you're looking for jobs, it would put you in a much more competitive range compared to your other counterparts. And people also, we encourage students to avoid rankings. A lot of times students say, I want to apply to Harvard, Yale, but the problem is we ask them to consider other factors instead of looking at the name brand school, because probably Harvard might not be the best fit. Harvard might not be the good place for you because you would be much better in a larger institution. And support services and definitely scholarship opportunities. So the thing that is very important to realize is a lot of US universities provide scholarship, and guessing on your academic background, I'm sure most of y'all here would have perfect grades and you have solid extracurricular activities. So those are the kind of things that US universities are looking for when they are considering to award you with scholarships. So cost of living, I'm so sorry, it seems like the slide is very blurry, but you can see on the red, so by the west coast and the east coast, that means the sides of America, they tend to have a higher cost of living. And the middle, so the Midwest is where you have a lower cost of living. That being said, you know, maybe in a city in California, Los Angeles might have a higher cost of living compared to another suburb in the US. The main reason I'm showing this slide to you is to share with you guys and say that if cost is a huge factor for you, you should not think of that as the first thing. You should always tell yourself there are so many different opportunities that are available for you, and you can always go to a different school that has a lower tuition fee. Just because a school offers a lower tuition fee does not mean that they're a cheap school or anything like that. It's a lower tuition fee because it's subsidized by the State Department. And tips, so as I keep mentioning earlier, don't rule out a school based on the finance. Sometimes a school might give you a sticker price, which is $40,000 US, and you might think, oh, that's too expensive for me. But again, you should always look out. There are a lot of resources available from Malaysia and a lot of financial aid that are provided by a lot of private companies in America, which allows international students to apply for. You want to start preparing early. You definitely want to talk to your parents and seek. So if, I know now you're busy with your SPM and things like that, but if you want to pursue your studies in the US or even in the UK or Australia or anywhere abroad or even locally, talking to your parents about finances is very, very important. And location matters. So of course, if you end up going to a large school in the city of New York, it's going to be very expensive. So I think one thing that I want to also share with you is that there's no one direction for you to go to the US. There are so many options that you can take. A lot of times, students would go ahead, so after completing SPM or O-levels, they would go ahead and pursue like an A-levels program or a foundation program, and then they will apply to the US. But some institutions in the US allow you to apply even with your SPM background. And if most of y'all have a solid, you have good grades for your SPM, you are most likely eligible to attain financial aid. Another option that's available right now is the American Degree Transfer Program. So as you're going through education fairs in the future, you can look at private universities in Malaysia that offers a twinning program where you do 2 years in Malaysia and you transfer to the US and you graduate with the US bachelor's. And finally, we have the community college option, which is you go to the US and do 2 years in a community college and then you transfer to a 4-year institution. So again, as I mentioned, there's multiple routes that you can take if you're interested in going to the US. This is meant to be a small, just a very small, you know, open your doors, like widen your horizon, share with you how the US education system is very accessible. So as you see earlier, there are close to 8,000 Malaysian students. A lot of them are working there. There are huge Malaysian communities in America. So this is something for you to definitely think about. And this is our contact information, but now I'm going to ask my colleague from the embassy to talk about a really cool program where you can study in the US for free, right, Fiona? Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Kavita. Okay. All right, so I'm from the embassy, and I want to share with you exchange programs to the US that we have for students like you. And namely, there are 2 programs, YES program and the YSEALI program. And both programs are fully funded, so you get to go to the US for free. All right, so what is the YES program? The YES program was launched in 2002 to promote international understanding among youth. And for Malaysia, every year, typically, the embassy sends about 40 to 45 students to the US. And basically, you go on exchange programs for 6 months after SPM. So what do you do when you are in the US? Basically, you'll be living with a host family, you'll be attending high school, you will also be engaging in different local activities with Americans, and also being able to establish meaningful relationships and promote your own culture and understanding as well. And the requirements are that when you apply, you have to be in Form 5. So next year, all of you can apply for this program, right? So you apply in Form 5, and you must be academically solid in your performance, and you should also be active in your extracurriculars, which is evident, the fact that all of you are participating in this competition. All right, so after SPM, this means that you apply sometime between January to April next year. And then you finish SPM, and then the program runs from January to June. So you come back in June, and then you can continue with your pre-U studies after if you wish to. So that's the program that's available for you next year, right? And then there is also the YSEALI program. The YSEALI program is for older age group, so from 18 years old and above. So sometime in the future, if you want to apply for this program as well, you're more than welcome to. The YSEALI program stands for the Young Southeast Asian Leaders Initiative, and it's also meant to promote leadership and to establish a strong regional network with all the other young Southeast Asian leaders in the region. And basically, on the YSEALI program, you go on different workshops to the US, and the workshops focus on different themes, such as civic engagement, economic empowerment, education, and environmental sustainability. This program is only for 5 weeks, and you basically go there, you go to a host university in the US, and you take different classes, different discussion groups, readings, seminars with all the other participants from the Southeast Asian region, right? So I definitely want to encourage all of you to apply for these 2 programs when you are eligible. And the reason I say this is because it's really good to get international exposure and acquire leadership skills at the same time. Because when you go on student exchange, what happens? You go there, you're in a different environment, you're able to establish meaningful relationships with different people from different cultures, and this enhances your own cultural awareness and helps you to become more adaptable to different environments. And this is also very valuable to employers right now in the global workplace. So definitely, this will be a stepping stone to helping you become better leaders for the future. And as a participant of the US Embassy's exchange programs, you get to become part of the alumni community. And what this means is that when you come back, the embassy will be in touch with you. So you'll get to go on different embassy events. You'll also get to interview other participants for the YES program in the future, if you do go for the YES program. And the embassy will also provide funding for participants if they have a project that contributes back to the community and we see that's something meaningful. We will also support the alumni who wants to make a difference in society. So this is all the 2 programs I want to share, and I just want to encourage all of you again to apply because number 1, it's free, and number 2, you really get to have a strong network of young leaders and acquire leadership skills at the same time. All right, so any questions for me? No questions? All right. So this is our contact info. If you want to know more about the YES program, that's the website right on top. And if you have any questions about the program in general, feel free to email our email address right at the bottom here, klpa@exchanges.gov. Sorry, it's klpa exchanges@state.gov. All right, that's all from me, and thank you everyone for your attention.
All right, so that was the talk from the U.S. Embassy. So do you have any questions for the two ladies who actually presented? Anybody who are interested to go to the U.S. to do their studies? Do you have any questions? Because the result is still pending, they're really having a hard time trying to figure out who are the 4 schools who will be actually competing tomorrow. So we're still waiting for the results. So if you have any questions for these two ladies, they are here to answer any of your questions if you're interested. I'm sure some of you are now in Form 4. You have another year to go to get to your SPM, but I'm sure you're thinking about, I did speak to a few last night at the dinner that are interested to go abroad. So this is the time if you are thinking of going to the US. Any questions? No? Okay, yang itu macam suara orang tua, so forget about that. This young kids, any questions? Ada soalan? Not interested to go. You want to study at UPM or UKM or UTM, USM? You want to study local? It's a bit half-half, huh? Okay, so we're still waiting for the results, and then the judges are actually tabulating the marks from the presentation. I guess I can tell a little bit about the National Science Challenge, how for the schools who are here who are not familiar with the National Science Challenge, it is run every year, and it has 3 rounds altogether. It starts off with the preliminary round, which all the students, anybody from any school, but the only criteria is that they have to be in Form 4, meaning 16 years old, and basically they will have to form a team of 3, and then they have to answer multiple choice questions through the online. So from there, the best 5 teams from each state, including the 3 federal territories, will compete at the state level. And this year, the state level will be done at universities that are of the whole state. And from those state level competition, here you have all the winners from the state competition. And from then, they have to compete in the grand final week, which consists of a 1-week science camp that started this year on the 11th of August until tomorrow, 17th, where they will compete in different modules. And this year, they have about 6 modules, and they were all prepared by a team of lecturers from UKM, from UTM, and also from UPM. And they are all also our YSN, ESM members, young scientists. And it's been a very hard toil year, trying to figure out what module is good, what will be interesting to the students. So the final stage for us, this is our final stage as well. And we are very happy that some of you have been going through this module with an open mind and participated in all the different activities. I know it has been quite stressful for some. I heard from the dinner last night, some of it was very stressful because you're trying to be good friends with your new friends, but you also are at the same time competing as well. And it's a very huge honor to represent your country to go to Sweden. I had the chance of going to Sweden in 2015 with the team from SMJK Pulau Pinang. Sekolah Perempuan Pulau Pinang. They were the winner when I was doing it in 2015. So it was a very fun time, 1 week. And for the remaining winners, the top 3 teams, the number 2, number 3, and number 4, they get to go to Japan in the next year, which is in 2016. So it's a huge honor to be able to go there. It's fun. You get to learn a lot. And so I hope for those... Okay, so actually, I can stop talking a little bit. We have a little bit of a video from the National Science Challenge last year. I was running out of ideas. So let's watch a little bit of a video from last year's competition.
importance of joining NSC, it lets us know that science is not only exam, science is not only challenges and quiz, but science is knowledge and also friendship forever.
We gained a lot of knowledge, we done a lot of new things, saw things that we've never seen before. It's just a great overall experience.
And don't forget fun. And if you have the chance to join this, please take it.
Science subject is quite hard, but I told them this is not quite hard, but you need to enjoy the subject this because what the science is about everything in our life.
Islam enhances science, and science proves that Islam is true. Actually, science is everything.
Yeah, that's nice. But remember, science is not about memorizing, but you use it. Yes, you use it, you applicate it in your daily life.
Science is about life. Science is logical thing that happen in our life. So that we must appreciate the science. We must learn science to know what is the source that can one thing happen.
This competition is just awesome. I think I'm gonna tell my junior about whole competition and tell them to enter this super beneficial competition.
Especially in the semi-final, we played a lot of games and we had a lot of fun, learned a lot of things. I think that's the value, that's the most valuable of this competition.
Since we entered this competition and we got very good experience, so I think that when we go back to our school, we will definitely introduce this challenge to our juniors at our school.
I think science is not just a subject or formula that we learn in school.
I would say that it's a competition worth joining because it provides a fun and enriching learning experience.
You also learn how to make friends, and friends are the most important. And besides that, science is the natural phenomena. Maybe you can know how to make a rainbow and all that. So it's really enjoyable.
To the water, long as I can remember, never really knowing why. I wish I could be the perfect daughter, but I come back to the water, no matter how hard I try. Every turn I take, every trail I track, every path I make, every road leads back to the place I know where I cannot go, where I long to be. See the line where the sky meets the sea, it calls me. And no one knows how far it goes. If the wind in my sail on the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know. If I go, there's just no telling how far I'll go. to the water, no matter how hard I try. Every turn I take, every trail I track, every path
I guess it's going into a loop again. This is actually a really nice little video from the last year's winner from the school from Wilayah Persekutuan Labuan. And as you can see there, I mean, all of this, I experienced it as well in 2015 with the team from Sekolah Menengah Cina Perempuan Penang. So as you can see, the winner. So if you're the winner, you'll be going to Sweden in December. So you have to keep your date open. It's on the ceremony is on the December 10th. So you'll be probably flying to Stockholm, Sweden. Sometime I think in December the 2nd or December the 3rd. Okay, that's why this competition is only open to the Form 4 students, because your Form 5 you are preparing for your SPM. So I do not know whether we have from the Sakura video, so we don't have that. Maybe next year we should do one where you can see those 3 other groups went to Japan on the Sakura program. So it is an experience, so that's why this is such a very high-level competition. Oh yes, the judges are back. All right, so we have. Thank you. So welcome back, judges. It has been tough for me to hold. All right, so I have the names of the 4 schools that will be competing again tomorrow. So for these 4 teams, definitely they will have to do the presentation again. So you might go back. There's no rest for you. And for the other teams, they can just enjoy the evening. But for this 4 team, they still have a lot of work to do. Probably some studying, some last-minute revising, some last-minute tweak to your presentation, because you have to repeat that again tomorrow to a new set of judges. So I think it's time for the prize giving ceremony. So I would like to invite Puan Hazami to the stage, accompanied by Dr. Chan Kok Meng. First of all, without them, there will be no winners. So I would like to invite the judges to receive a token of appreciation from the Academy. First of all, I would like to call upon Prof. Dr. Yang Farina Abdul Aziz. Next, I would like to call upon Prof. Dr. Ahmad Zahrin Aris. Thank you very much. And next, Associate Professor Dr. Zulkifli Muhammad Napia. Next, Dr. Nur Shamilah Zakaria from UPM. Next, Professor Dr. Kamruzaman Sofia and his representative. He must be a very busy person. He's gone younger. Okay. Next, we like to give participation certificate to all the teams that has participated in the grand final week. So first, I would like to call upon, where's the list? Where's the list? Oh no. Okay. Pahang, Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Sultan Abu Bakar. Can I call upon the mentor teacher as well to come up as well with the team? Okay? Right. Oh, they're waiting for the teachers. Very good, yeah? Respect the teachers. All right, next. Sekolah Berasama Penuh Integrasi Batu Rakit Terengganu. Okay, the teacher is not around. Tak apa. Okay. Next, get ready. Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Agama Perempuan Alawiyah from Perlis. Itu cikgu dia ke? Alah, okey. Tak apa, tak amat masa lain lah, cik. Kesian. Oh, cikgu ni. Sekarang Sekolah Agama Perempuan Alawiyah from Perlis. Sorry, ingat cikgu sekolah daripada Terengganu. Next from Sarawak, Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Bintulu. Next from Kelantan, Mata Rendah Sains Mara Tumpat. Next we have from Kedah, Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Sin Min. And from Sabah, Sekolah Menengah Shantau. From Negeri Terengganu, Darul Iman, Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Sultan Ismail II. From Negeri Pulau Pinang, Sekolah Menengah Jenis Kebangsaan Perempuan Cina Pulau Pinang. And next from Wilayah Persekutuan Labuan, Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Pantai. From wilayah Persekutuan Putrajaya, Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Precinct 18. Dari Johor Darul Takzim, Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Tun Mamad. Dari Negeri Sembilan Darul Khusus, Kolej Tunku Kursiah. Dari negeri Perak Darul Rizwan, Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Sri Perak. Dijemput Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Sri Perak. Dari negeri Selangor Darul Ihsan, Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Subang Utama. Dari wilayah Persekutuan Kuala Lumpur, Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Sri Bintang Utara. Dan yang terakhir, dari negeri Melaka, Kolej Yayasan Saad. Tahniah sekali lagi kepada semua ke-17 pasukan dari negeri seluruh Malaysia. Baiklah, mungkin para peserta tidak tahu, kita juga ada sebelum kita umumkan empat pasukan yang akan bertanding pada hari esok, kita ada juga actually hadiah untuk best presenter, individual presenter untuk hari ini punya presentation. Jadi kita tadi tak nak bagi stress, so kita tak cakap. So kita nak tengok you all naturally present, okay? So di tempat ketiga, jatuh kepada Shanjuka Shriya Suguma daripada Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Subang Utama Selangor. Di tempat kedua, jatuh kepada Chia Jingying dari SM Shantau Sabah. Dan pemenang pertama untuk Best Presenter jatuh kepada Arif Wafiq bin Baharuzaman dari Kolej Yayasan Saad Melaka. Tanah diucapkan kepada ketiga-tiga best presenter untuk petang ini. Baiklah, masa yang ditunggu-tunggu. Okey, saya akan sebutkan nama 4 sekolah tetapi bukan dalam any ranking order. Basically, these 4 teams will start tomorrow at the grand final quiz with 0 marks. Okay, with 0 marks, meaning they start fresh. Yeah, there's no more. There's no carry-on marks from the 6 modules. So they start tomorrow fresh with 0 marks. So if I call your team, please go on stage and stay there. Okay. So the first team to go to the grand final quiz is Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Subang Utama Selangor. Baiklah, sekolah yang kedua, sekolah juga, menengah juga, tetapi jenis kebangsaan perempuan Cina Pulau Pinang. It looks like they have a good track record. They're always in the grand final quiz. Saya ingat teacher ni, dia dah pergi Sweden kan teacher ni? Teacher, you've been to Sweden before? Were you with Sweden with me? No? Okay, different teacher. Okay, sorry. All right. So the next school is college. Ada 2 sahaja college kan? Kolej Yayasan Saad Melaka. Satu lagi sekolah yang biasa ke grand final. Sekolah mereka pernah menang pada tahun 2014. Dan sekolah yang terakhir, Kolej Tunku Kresiah Negeri Sembilan. So these are your 4 finalists for the grand final quiz on Friday, tomorrow. Congratulations again, good luck for tomorrow. And to everybody else, again, this has been a very exciting evening. I would like to thank everyone for coming, and hopefully, if you have time, do come tomorrow. Di mana? Bahagian Teknologi Pendidikan, Bukit Kiara. So if you have time, the competition starts at 9 o'clock in the morning. Thank you very much. Have a safe trip home, and see you again next year, probably in Johor. Thank you. All right, so for the final teams, you have to stay here. Do not go anywhere. There's a bit of briefing for tomorrow. For the others, there are refreshments, isn't it? I'm not sure. So I'll pass this. No refreshments, sorry. So thank you again. So I'll pass back the microphone to the organizer. Dr. Chan Komeng, anything to say? Nothing. So thank you very much, guys. Thank you for coming.